listening to Mixed Results Pot Tots with Nick and Kevin, rolling dice, flipping cards, and diving deep into your favorite stories. Hey!
And welcome back. My name is Kevin with Mixed Gaming 190, and my co-host
Nick with Unexpected Results MTG, and our guest today,
Daba 9494.
Yeah. Welcome in, Daba. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us.
The honor is all mine. Seriously.
I know you were very excited, and we were very excited to have you. So, thank you again.
Absolutely giddy.
And as you guys can tell by his excitement with the wonderful, flamboyant hat that he is wearing, he's bringing the energy, and we're thankful for it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what we do here.
Let's start off with the basics here. Your name and how old are you?
So, I'm Daba 9494. I am 32 years old. So you do a little bit of maths. Yeah, I was born in 1994 on September 4th, which is why I'm 9494.
There you go.
It's repetitive numbers for birthdays is actually like a thing. So I'm 9494, and then my sister is March 30th, 2003, so 3/30/03.
Oh wow!
Don't know how that happened, but it did.
Hey, Daba, just sorry, a quick thing. I don't know if it's your hat, but you keep fading in and out.
Man.
Sorry.
Let's see.
we want to see the beautiful Daba.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, Daba, where are you from?
So I'm from where the NFL draft is actually 15 minutes outside of there.
I think you cut out. What was that?
Lovely place. I'm from a small town right outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, about 15 minutes. So I just say Pittsburgh for simplicity's sake.
Oh.
So are you a Yinzer?
Yes. I hold the phone. I have a Pittsburgh sports tattoo. I am absolutely a Yinzer.
For those people don't know, good old Pittsburgh blue-collar people call themselves Yinzers. So, just a typical term.
Also,
Pittsburgher.
Also, it's because Pittsburgh is a pretty unique place, right? So it's right in between the Northeast and the Midwest. So it has a little bit of both in its vernacular. And essentially what's happened is there's just words that we use that aren't used anywhere else. So, most people are familiar with y'all, pretty standard, and you think of like Southern. But we don't say y'all for you all. We say you ones. So we say yins. Oh, what are yins going to do when you come into town?
Yin.
Oh, you're going to go to the point? That's cool. Yeah. We also tend to run our words together a little bit, which is why I try to slow down, which I end up using filler words. It's something I'm working on, but.
Have you seen the guy in front of the Wawa singing different songs in a Pittsburgh accent?
I have not, but also he's already wrong because he's eating at a Wawa instead of a Sheetz. That's just Sheetz has a way better selection.
Another geographical debate that most people across the United States would never understand. What is a Wawa and what is a Sheetz?
So, and actually, funny enough, apparently there are like onesie twosies, Wawas, and Sheetz. Excuse you. There's Wawas and Sheetz spread throughout around their area, like Maryland and such too. But so they are these gas stations that have made-to-order food in them. So what you do is you go in. There's like a kiosk, and you can typically pick your food. But the thing is, while Wawa is more focused on like subs and like they have like some variety, but it's pretty tame. Where Sheets is completely unhinged, and they're like, yeah, dude, you can do whatever you want. You want to put your cheese sticks on a chicken sandwich, go for it, man. You want to put French fries in it? I mean, that's a pretty common Pittsburgh thing anyway, but you can do it. Everything is made to order in every sense of the term, and that is why Sheets is better than Wawa.
What's the craziest thing you've had or you've ordered?
I mean, I'm pretty boring. I just get I'll get like a spicy chicken sandwich with like pepper jack cheese, Cajun seasoning, and then I'll do like either cheese sticks or fries on it.
Okay. Sounds good.
But I mean, you can. There's so many options. Pretty much any topping, any sauce, anything that you can think of, they will let you put it on there.
We need to bring more of these great establishments across the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the other beauty is they're pretty much 24 hours, if not open extremely late.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's nice.
It's very much one of those places in your adolescence when you're like, well, I have a car, I can drive, and I want to hang out with my friends, but there's nothing open or nothing to do. So let's go hang out at Sheets and eat late night chicken nuggets.
There you go. So what was it like growing up in Pittsburgh, in the Pittsburgh area? Do you have siblings? What kind of activities did you do as a kid?
So I was a high school baby. So my parents did not have a lot of money growing up, so didn't have a lot of opportunities to do things. But I do have one sibling. My sister and I are 9 years apart, which, funny enough, my wife and her sister are also that same age gap, but reversed. I'm the oldest between the two, and my wife is the youngest between the two. So really funny parallels that just happen in life, funny coincidences. But even though I have this like huge age gap with my sister, her and I are so close. We don't talk necessarily every day, but we have one of those bonds where it doesn't matter how much time passes. I can just send her a random meme or a random video, and it'll be like we just talked yesterday.
That's awesome. That's good.
Awesome.
That's really important. Well, Daba. Oh, go ahead. Do you have something?
No, I was gonna say no. You're good.
Oh, Daba. What do you do outside of your content? Before we get into your content, what do you do outside of it?
So, outside of my content, I mean, I make proxies. I just made a proxy store, which, I mean, yeah, that's kind of in my content, but I've also got it kind of separate. Obviously, I play a lot of Magic the Gathering, all online because I don't have a lot of time to go to the LGS. Because I have a wonderful, crazy 4-year-old daughter who takes up a lot of my time and attention, but I am grateful for every second of it.
We got to see a little sneak peek of her earlier saying goodnight.
Yep.
She seems awesome.
Yeah, usually, so my wife works a lot of nights, so a lot of times it'll be just me and her, and I'll put her in her bed, and she does this every night. I'm like, all right, sweetheart, I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. And she goes, Dad, will you snuggle me?
Oh.
And of course I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because how can you say no to that? Just
Never
little hands honestly give the best hugs.
They do, honestly. My niece and nephews are my favorite to hug. They're the best.
Oh, just wait. We got Magic on. Okay.
Mix is like, you haven't had these arms around you yet, bud.
That's awesome.
Well, we kind of said, what do you do outside of your content? But you've kind of been the runes guy on TikTok. If those of you who don't know and follow, Daba does daily morning rune readings. And just could you tell us, like, the runes have become your signature. What inspired you to start that series?
So early on in my content creation, the intent for me was, so I originally was not Daba. Daba is a gaming username that I have been using since the early 2000s. I was originally under someone's dad 94, because I was kind of going for this angle of, I don't really have a great relationship with my dad, and I know a lot of people are in similar situations, and I kind of wanted to be, that supportive, on the shoulder person. But then I realized in my content that my peers are honestly people that I see more as friends than people I need to guide, right? So that's why I made the shift to Daba. And the runes came from just trying out content. I was doing a lot of things. I was, just trying to talk, just do general affirmations. I was doing, I did a little bit of motorcycle maintenance, just to bring in some content. And I was like, I really need something consistent. And I have, so I've been Norse pagan for about 4 years now, which I left. I was raised Roman Catholic, but I have a lot of criticisms for the church and the way a lot of those things go. And a lot of my criticisms were kind of answered within Norse paganism. And with that, paganism is all about the stories, right? They don't treat these stories as, oh, this is word of law. The way this happened is exactly how you're supposed to interpret it. All of this is literal. No, it's a story that's supposed to teach you a lesson. And it's supposed to give you these morals to help guide you and to be a good person. And getting more into that and getting more in touch with my paganism is what led me to learn about the runes. I was interested, and in Mystic, Connecticut, there is a little folk shop within Mystic Village, and they had a book on runes. I picked it up. I started reading it. And I was like, interesting. This is kind of cool. I had mentioned to a friend, I was like, oh yeah, I'm thinking about, reading the runes, but I don't have any runes. Like, they give you like flashcards, but it's just not the same. It's not the same tactile feeling. She's like, oh, actually, I have runes and I don't use them. Here you go. So that was kind of this this sign, like, I guess this is something I need to try out. And the other thing to note is that there are several different ways to read the runes. So the one that I do every day is just one type. So it's a advice or warning for your day. This is something just for today. Just think about it, be mindful, and move on. There's also a 3 rune spread where you line them up, and they're to represent your current situation, the problems you're facing, and how you'll get past it. And then there's a full spread which has other caveats into it as well. And the way this all came into content creation, I just did a rune reading video, and people responded positively to it. I only had like a couple followers, but those people that were with me at the beginning were extremely supportive and said, yes, this is something that we want to see every day. This is really cool. You should do this. And I said, okay, I'm going to answer that call, because it really gave me a sense of positivity to be able to put affirmations out, right? Because when you watch my rune readings, it's always, for the most part, a positive light. Now, if you draw the runes in reverse, typically they're more warnings, but even with warnings, you can put a positive spin because everything's got a silver lining somewhere.
Yep.
Totally agree. For those who may not know completely, what is Norse paganism?
So it's simply the religious belief associated within Norse myth. There are many different ways to practice. Most have altars within their homes. I do not have an altar because my child breaks things. But one of the cool things about paganism is that you can show your homage to whatever god you want anywhere. So just because I'm Norse pagan doesn't mean that I have to pray to Thor or to Odin or to Loki or Freya or all of them. I can choose which ones to pay homage to. So the main god that I pay homage to is Tyr, because he's the god of war, but not because he is the god of war, but because he is a god who is seen within his stories providing great sacrifice and wisdom in a time where all of the gods are showing this maliciousness. There's a story, the story that really moved me, specifically with Tyr, has to do with Fenrir, which is one of Loki's children. So Loki had 3 illegitimate children, Jormungandr, Fenrir, and Hela. Fenrir was a small wolf. However, Thor and Tyr were sent to pick up Fenrir and bring him back to Isengard. As they're doing that, or not Isengard, Valhalla. Anyway, they're bringing him back, and it's a long journey, several weeks. So, every night they're stopping, they're making camp, and Tyr throws meat to Fenrir. He tussles with him a little bit, and Thor's like, "Hey, he's our prisoner. He's a beast. Don't encourage him." And Tyr's like, he's just a baby. He doesn't understand that he is the product of ill will and thing that we do not favor. And as their journey continues, Fenrir grows and grows and grows until he's the size of mountains. He's massive. And when they finally get to where they're going, the gods are like, all right, we need to figure out something. And Fenrir's like, listen, it doesn't matter what you try to do. You're not going to be able to hold me. So they try multiple different chains. They try the strongest chains they can think of. They commission dwarves to make special chains that are stronger than anything that's ever been made before. Fenrir breaks all of them. Lastly, the gods bring out a ribbon and they say, hey, we're going to tie you with this. And there's no tricks. We just want to see if it works, and if it does, we'll let you go. Like, no tricks. We're just going to put this on you. And he's like, I don't trust you. You guys are trying to bind me. You're trying to imprison me. I don't believe it. If you're gonna have me get tied up, I don't expect you to release me. So I want you to have one of yours put their hand in my mouth. Tyr is the one who steps up. So Tyr puts his hand in Fenrir's mouth. The gods tie the ribbon around Fenrir, and it binds him. And then Fenrir's like, all right, you know that this can stop me. Now let me out. And all the other guards start to laugh. And at that moment, Tyr gives Fenrir a nod, and he takes Tyr's hand. So Tyr giving sacrifice to someone that he felt didn't deserve to be treated that way. You know, Fenrir was a product of Loki having children out of his marriage, right? Big deal, bad times. That, in addition to the prophecy of his illegitimate children being related to Ragnarok. So obviously the gods are very hostile. But Tyr was just like, no, this is a child that doesn't understand the situation that they're put into. And throughout all the stories within Norse myth that I've looked into, I have not seen a level of compassion similar to that. And that's what really drew me to specifically the god Tyr.
That's awesome. That's a cool story.
I'm super into Norse mythology, so I'll continue to geek out all day talking about it. One of my favorite shows of all times is Vikings. But going back to the mythology itself, so you say that, you know, you can worship or, you know, whatever god you want in whatever way or moment you choose. Right. I guess, how do you choose to show your worship to Tyr or pay homage to Tyr, or however the terms you want to put it?
So it's actually pretty simple. So because it is really open to a lot of interpretation. So like I said, most do some form of altar. A lot of people have altars in their home so that they can pray at home. Like I said, that's not necessarily something with my living situation in terms of space, in terms of my child who is prone to breaking things. So what I do is when I'm out, especially when I'm like on a walk with my daughter, we'll gather some natural resources. We'll kind of build them into a pyre and build them into an altar of sorts. You know, I'll say a little prayer, give a little offering, and then on my way.
Very cool.
And that's really the beauty of it, is that, oh, I don't have to just do it on Sundays at 9:00 in the morning, or oh, I don't have to just do it on Saturdays. I don't have to, you know, go through this like studying or go through this ritual. It is a religion that gives you the ability to look at the stories and the history and build your morals from that of other organized religions.
It's really nice. It's more of the thought behind it than kind of you get the choice basically. I like that.
Well,
right, which is,
I never want to discredit someone's beliefs or strengthen their belief or whatever, but that's, I think, a product of institutionalizing religion in a way where, you know, a lot of people think it's just like, oh, I have to go to church on Sunday or go to confessions and, you know, all my sins are forgiven and, you know, I'm walking in the path of God or whatever, where it's like some of these older non-institutionalized religions really have a very plain and simple way of guiding how you are to worship or pay homage to your belief system. So it's a refreshing look upon it.
Absolutely, because honestly, what I feel is that, like, at the core of every religion, the intent is to just teach people to be a good person.
Mm-hmm.
Now, depending on what religion you choose, depends on what morals you may have and what you associate with. But some religions, specifically, obviously I'm going to talk about Catholicism, just gets perverted. The fact that people who are from a religion that says love thy neighbor, accept those around you, and support your community are the same people that are, oh, we don't want people that don't look like us around.
Yeah.
So that was just one of those things. Like I frankly get really upset at these folks who use Christianity for hate, because I say that's not what this religion is.
Yeah.
No religion that I have followed. Now, I know there are some that talk about others in terms of like Holy Land and stuff, but in terms of, how do I put this? Wow, I just completely stalled.
What they're
No
supposed to
religion.
be,
Go ahead.
what they're supposed to be like built around at their core, like in essence, every religion, like they follow the core main values, but it's the way that the stories are told, the allegories are told, and people have interpreted over time where the message has gotten twisted. Is that what you're
Exactly,
kind
and
of
it
saying?
and it's and it yeah, and it's perverted, and it's being used for hate, which most religions aren't about hating anyone. It's about accepting and improving your community and accepting those around you and honoring those around you.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why I left Catholicism.
I can understand that.
Thank you for sharing that too. I appreciate it. Maybe sometimes it's not as easy talking about that stuff. So, thank you.
Honestly, I'm pretty transparent about that stuff, because I feel like my story is a pretty common one. Maybe not necessarily going to paganism, but there are a lot of people who grow up from a really strict religion, and the first thing that they do when they set out on their own is follow anything but that, because the way that it is given to them and the way that it is built around.
Different.
And I don't necessarily want to speak for other people who were in a different or a similar situation to me, but both my parents were kind of grew up in structured religion of some kind and chose not to raise me and my brothers in any kind of relation to a religion. But I found myself seeking that out in like my crucial, like late teens, early adulthood time. Um, and it was, and I think I was just like looking for a sense of community. And,
Hmm?
and I think that's what I was seeing from the outside looking in from like a lot of this is the sense of community that it builds. And I do love that about religion. And it is a great thing that they, can build and incorporate a community. But I do think it's interesting that, like you said, a lot of people who are raised around those core religions try to escape them when I wasn't raised in them and I was trying to find them.
Well, it's also one of those things where, like, even like specifically talking about Christianity, the denominations are like so petty. Like, oh, you're Roman Catholic. Oh, well, I'm a Protestant. Oh, you're a Protestant. Ew, like, yeah, you all like Jesus. What what are we doing here?
Yeah, we're splitting hairs at this point.
Exactly.
Well, getting back into kind of the ruin side of it, what were some of your favorite ruins?
So, my favorite rune by far is the one that is in my logo, and that is Berkana. So, what Berkana teaches us is it is about specifically female fertility and growth. And I have this strong belief that everyone grows a little bit every day. It doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter what you did before. Something that you do today is going to change the way that you see things going forward. And that is why Arcana is my favorite rune of all, because it is that idea that the seeds that you sow will grow. It may take time of patience, but it will grow. So that is my favorite rune by a landslide.
That's awesome. I love it. We do. I think everybody does learn learn, or even if they notice it or don't notice it, somehow you learn every day. I like that a lot.
It's like putting nutrients into the soil so, the seed can grow too.
Yep.
So it's like you might not notice it right away. It takes time, but as long as you keep feeding it and, giving it water, sunlight, nutrients, it'll grow.
Well, and that also ties into the rune that I pulled today, which is Thorisas. So that is Thor's rune, and now his rune is a little bit more about a balance between wisdom and strength. But in addition to that balance between wisdom and strength, it is also the destructive power that makes way for creation, right? So to grow crops, you have to till a field. So that is kind of the lesson that Thorisas brings. And that is also laying that groundwork for Berkana, for that growth. So you have to clear that path so that growth can come to be.
Very cool.
I like that.
What are I don't know if this is necessarily the right way to phrase it, but what gods or goddesses do you think represent us?
Well, so here's the thing. I do not associate people with gods or goddesses. I don't think that is my place. I feel like the thing about paganism is that you have to look at the stories, and it is up to you to decide who you connect with or resonate with the most. However, there is a small player who is not a god, who I feel like is a good representation of both of you. So there's a story where Thor and Loki are out on another adventure, right? And they have Thor's two, I want to say they were sheep, some sort of work animal. And they come across this family. And the family's like, yeah, hey, like, we'll welcome you in, but, we don't really have much food to offer. And Thor's like, oh, it's fine. Just, kill my animals here. It'll be fine. Just don't eat the bones. So they're eating. And there's a young man within the family. I cannot remember his name. I was actually looking at the story, and I cannot find his specific name. But this young man is eating, and Loki kind of looks at him. And he's like, "Hey, Thor doesn't want you to eat the bones because he doesn't want you to become strong like him. So you should definitely eat the bones." So he ends up breaking like a leg bone and eating the marrow. And Thor's like, all right, now that we're done, leave me all the bones. I'll see you all in the morning. In the morning, Thor, waves a hand, and his animals are back. But one of them has a limp. And he's like, one of you ate the bones. And the boy immediately fesses up. He's like, hey, it was me. I messed up. Allow me to repay my sin by accompanying you on your quest. I will help you with whatever you need. I will be your aid, whatever you need. So they're like, all right, cool. They end up in the land of the giants. And they are in the king of the giants' court. And the king's like, all right, listen, for you to get what you want from me, you need to try and pass these trials. Now, the trials that everyone likes to focus on are the three that Thor undertakes. So he is to fight his house cat, the king of the giants' house cat, which actually turns out to be the tail of Jormungandr. To fight his grandmother, which is actually old age itself, and to drink from this bottomless cup, which it turns out he was actually drinking from the ocean.
Hmm.
So most people know about those feats. However, the boy is challenged as well. And his task is to run against this other giant. He's like, all right, fine. I'm the fastest in my village. You know, no big deal. He runs. He does eventually lose, but it's by the narrowest bit. He was running from death itself. And the moral that I get from this story, not only is it about Thor's feats, because all right, listen, Thor's got a lot of feats. He's got a lot of cool things that he does. Yeah, he's Daddy's golden boy. Got it. But the real star of this story here is the regular person that almost outran death itself. And it really goes to show the tenacity and the raw power and potential that we all have as human beings, even when compared to the gods. And that is where I see both of you. Is I see you both with this font of limitless potential. You are both so deeply involved in the community and both doing so many great things. Mixed, you have probably 6 different projects that you're working on, and you put so much work into them. And it is a font of limitless potential. And that is what you guys are. You guys are a font of limitless potential that can defy the laws of physics if you try hard enough.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I really do. That's very thoughtful. Thank you.
And a really cool story.
Yeah.
Like you said, like I've heard the different feats that Thor's had to do, and they use the beer from the glass, and he's always drinking, never can stop drinking, and they use that in movies from all the time. But you don't hear about the story of the boy. I never knew about that.
Yeah, it's a really it's the finer things, and that's the thing about these stories. There's so much hidden in them to interpret, and that's why I love going and hearing these stories through all different types of sources. And that's kind of the other beauty, is that for the most part, again, with like Christianity or Judaism, you have the Torah, you have the Bible, right? You have like this singular holy text. But with Norse paganism, there are so many people, so many academics who have looked at the runes, looked at the stories, interpreted them a certain way, added things, removed things, changed things around. There's so many different ways, and it's really that effect of the storyteller, right? Mm-hmm. So, or the game of telephone, rather, right? When you come up with a phrase, and then by the time it gets to the end of the other person, it is a completely different phrase. Mm-hmm. So I think that is one of the beauties of paganism, is the ability to find those small things in those stories and make such a big interpretation of it.
It's all about perspective.
Exactly.
I like it. I love it. Well, speaking of perspective, if Odin, Loki, and Thor were in magic, what colors do you think they would be?
This was probably the easiest question you could have asked.
Okay.
Thor is Boros, without a doubt. Loki is Dimir. Mm-hmm. And the thing about Loki is, a lot of people talk about like how tricky Loki is, but people like to forget about the fact that one of Loki's biggest follies is that he always thinks he's the smartest guy in the room. So when people do get that one up on him, he just ends up looking like a big idiot.
Yeah.
So very Dimir, very mindful. And then Odin, So here's the thing about Odin, right? A lot of stories talk about how he has the sacrifice, right? He sacrifices his eye to the font of knowledge to gain the knowledge of the runes. And you know, the thing is, that's because Odin, at the end of the day, wanted to be all powerful.
Yeah.
He may be the All Father, right? The head of the gods, but it's not because he's completely benevolent. He's also power hungry because he doesn't want anyone else to be top dog.
Yeah.
So that's why he's obviously Wooburg. He's like, I want it all. Give it to me. Give me it. Oh, you got a thing? I want the thing. Give me the thing.
It's not really apparent, like it's seen a little bit in like the Marvel movies from the Odin character in Marvel. But I think they did a really good job of it in the video game with telling both
Yes.
sides
Yes.
of Odin and making Odin not this benevolent being that has provided for everybody and is doing everything for everyone. No, he is very, very selfish.
Well, that's the thing, right? So it's like, yes, he gives you all these things, but is with the understanding that he is getting a return on investment.
Yeah. Very true. So, kind of transitioning out of the Norse mythology for a second, going back to another thing that you've been doing a little bit for content, but you most of your time is off content with it. How did you get into making and selling proxies?
So that came from another huge player within the community, Mana and Splinters. So I just happened to, ask, passingly about like possibly making them, not necessarily to sell at first. It was more just about, hey man, magic is not cheap,
Yeah.
and if I want to make all these decks or do all these things, I need a way to make it affordable. And then doing that, I've decided, well, I need to make a little bit of extra income for things going ahead in my future. But also, I want to make magic more affordable. So I decided to start making proxies and selling them because you know what? I have here 5 different mocks. That'd probably be a couple $100 easily because I got diamond, opal, chrome. But this is $20 in my store because in my personal opinion, while Magic the Gathering cards are art, they're also just game pieces. And if your intent is to specifically just play the game, why not make it affordable?
Yeah.
I understand that there are people who are collectors, and you know what? I am not bagging on them. If you want to have the legit thing for your collection because you hold that as something important to you, listen, that's more power to you, brother. Awesome. But I am more about, I would like to play the game with my friends and do silly things. So I would like to not have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to make a bunch of decks to do silly things.
Very true. And we did a trade. I don't know if it's going to come up, but Daba sent me this proxy of Idelquentia with the Sokka drinking the cactus juice, which is amazing. So thank you again, buddy, for that. But we do have a proxy that is not on your store that we're going to pull up screen for the viewers. What are some of your favorite proxies you've made so far?
So a lot of the ones are the ones that I haven't actually put into the store. So the one that's going to be on screen is an Evolution Witness that I made specifically for my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles deck because I am a huge TMNT fan, specifically when it comes to The Last Ronin. And the character there Casey and April O'Neil's daughter, who ends up being a mutant because she gets like a blood transfusion from the ooze. It's a whole thing. So she has these mutant powers. She's an absolute badass in the comic. All she wants to do is learn from Michelangelo, who's, you know, this big brooding, oh, all my brothers are dead and I just want to end it all. And he's like, no, teach me how to kick ass so that we can avenge them and set things right. And that was just such a cool character. And I was like, you know what? I want to have all TMNT things. So I whipped this up, and it was just something fun. Another one I did as a joke. So I'm sure you guys are both familiar with the Bloomborough card, Maha, It's Feathers Night.
Yep.
But are you familiar with the Amanda Show?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a character who goes, Maha! So I put her in the frame of Maha.
It's so good.
And it is just the goofiest thing. And those are the kind of things that are just so fun. I've also done, I did a card for Necromancer. He wanted to have his little character as Tiny Bones. Did that for him. I whipped up a raccoon art Zada for Not So Treasonous Ogre.
Yep.
And I just love playing around with the idea. One of the cards that's in my shop that I was proud of was I made a Sailor Moon commander. So she is Kinnan. You know, a nice little CEDH commander, but you know, Sailor Moon CEDH. Let's make it, you know, let's make it girl power.
Let's go.
So that was one that I absolutely loved. My wife came up with, she was like, you should do something with the Return the Slab guy. So I was like, Return the Slab or Suffer My Curse. Well, I guess that's Unstoppable Slasher.
I like it.
So it's honestly, being able to make these proxies has given me a completely different look on the game. And it, you know, it's like, you know what? It's not about universes beyond or universes within. It's about universes that we enjoy.
There you go.
Well,
I like how you're not just still doing like just proxies of already existing cards. You're getting creative with it. You're getting ideas coming up with your head, and you're like, you know what? This might be niche, but some people are going to get a kick out of it. Like, a lot of people may not remember the Amanda Show, but I think that is absolutely perfect in money. So it's cool that, you know, you're just not printing cards, you're putting some creativity and passion behind it.
I was actually surprised. So with the Sailor Moon, I made the Sailor Moon Kinnan, a Soul Ring, which was her little tiara, little heart thing as Arcane Signet, and what was the last one? And then there's another one which is like a big piece for Kinnan. But the point is, that sold the day I put it up, and that made my heart swell with so much pride, because you're telling me that this old school anime that has been remade a couple times, people care about that and they want that as a card. Just my heart soared. It went over there somewhere. I don't know. It's not in my chest anymore. It grew wings and it just flew away. It's not with me anymore, because I was just over the moon. Every time I get a notification that I get a sale in my shop, I get this rush of someone is trusting me to to make something for them and they actually want it. And it is an incredible feeling.
Awesome, man. I'm so happy for you. But I remember reading the message today that your shop is popping off a little bit. So I'm happy for you, man.
Yeah, it's because, listen, Mystical Archive, baby.
Yeah.
That's everybody wants it.
Yep.
Well, what advice could you give someone who is interested in doing proxies, making their own?
Have a lot of patience. There are a lot of different guides and a lot of different recommendations for setups. But the thing that works for you is going to come through a lot of trial and error. And the thing is, sometimes, even when you've got that nailed down, sometimes things still happen. A perfect example today, I got this really large order. Oh man, I need to make another Jessica's Will. And my cutter just refuses to cut the Jessica's Will properly. And, you know, it was just something that I had to bang my head against the wall. You know, I had to mess with some of the settings, re-download some cutting templates. But that's the thing. It is a process. It's not just going to be like, oh, you know, I want to do this. Okay, done. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of tools and there's a lot of support. And the Mana and Splinters was able to provide me so much support, along with the guides that he recommended. And that really is what set it all off.
He's such a good guy. He likes to act like he's got this big old, you know, burly man.
Yeah.
You know, I like to be mean to people, but he is the sweetest,
The softy in
most
there.
teddy bear. Yeah, he is an awesome dude. Shout out Mana and Splinters.
Absolutely, he is the best.
Well, and it's funny, like you were saying, like, you know, it was very frustrating that it wasn't cutting properly, and I'm sure that is probably one of the smallest things that could go wrong during this process, but easily can be the most frustrating because it's one of the smallest things.
Exactly. And the thing is, there's so many different methods, right? So like I use a cutting machine on my computer, right? There's other people that use this little die cutter thing. It's like, I've seen it $100 on Alibaba. I've seen it for $60 on Alibaba, but it's just like a little cutter that's in the shape of a card, and you just pull a handle and it's just punch. So that's a way to do it. Or you can do the cutter, which the cutter, it, you know, you load in the paper on the cutting sheet, it goes whoop, whoop, whoop. You pull back the sheet, it gives you this really satisfying pull, and then you got your cards.
Do
right?
some ASMR videos
that's
on that.
just if I do, it'll probably be my wife doing it because she just started her ASMR channel back up and has started doing stuff on TikTok.
Very, very cool.
Nice. Well, what? So we're going out of proxying and going back into more of the outside of content stuff. What sparked your passion for gaming and all things nerdy?
I'll be honest, it kind of always been there. Because I had a challenging upbringing, my safe space was kind of always video games. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I had friends, like I wasn't just like a loner or anything like that, but because I wasn't super cool with where I was, being able to experience these stories and experience something outside of what I was living in was just a safe space and a sanctuary for me. So I, got really attached to video games. My friends got into playing TCGs, which got me into Magic the Gathering, and I've played quite a few TCGs actually. That's just another one of those things. It's those things that give you comfort, and that's what the things that are nerdy have always been to me.
Love it.
Would you say there was like a particular video game that really kind of like grabbed your attention and really brought you into the video game space and kind of kept you there?
Not particularly. I started pretty young. My first console was a Nintendo 64 with Mario 64, GoldenEye, all the classics. I think the games that had specific chokeholds on me and like really pulled me in, especially to the storytelling, was specifically Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, and then Fallout 3 and New Vegas. Those are probably the big three. Oblivion, I've probably done just about every quest there is to do. At one point, I did all the different Daedra quests, which they're all scattered about, and it's not very like you have to go hunting for a lot of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a huge, like, I just had the wiki up and I was just pulling up everything that I needed to do all these things. And like I said, I pretty much ran through Oblivion. I've done what has needed to be done, and I still find myself going back to that game. When the remaster came out, I said, yep, doing that. And then when Fallout 3 and New Vegas came out, so first I was like, well, Fallout 3 is the one that I started with. Like, that's the one that I had like this connection with. New Vegas changed some stuff that I wasn't crazy on. But looking back on it now, my opinion has actually changed. New Vegas brings a lot of fresh air into what I realized Fallout 3 had a little slower, a little bit of dated gameplay. And honestly, the narratives I actually like a little bit better. Also, I am a big fan of Sunset Sarsaparilla. I have 3 cases of it still in my garage. I actually picked up a couple more from Costco today, or
Nice.
a couple days ago. But it's I got a Nuka-Cola Quantum up on the wall. I got all kinds of Fallout stuff on my wall, which if you've seen me do rune videos where I'm actually at my desk, which I do pretty often, you'll always see that stuff in the background.
Mm-hmm. It's cool. I'm a big Elder Scrolls player myself. First started playing Morrowind, but me and my best friend, I tell this story almost every podcast, but in high school, I used to take my Xbox and my TV over to his house so we can both sit there and play Skyrim together. We went back and started playing Oblivion, but our disc got destroyed. And I'm not recommending this to anybody, but what we used to do was we used to go rent it and then swap them out. So we had a game that actually worked compared to a game that didn't. So we did that like 3 or 4 times while we played Oblivion.
It's awesome. Do you need to step away?
No, I'm good. Okay, yeah, I'm good. Just need to tone it down a bit for the kiddo. She finally fell asleep.
Oh,
Nice.
being too loud, man. Well,
I'm having too much fun.
I know. As we talked about, and you brought up doing the Battle Royale on D&D. You played D&D. At least I know that. Everybody, if you don't know, sorry, he plays D&D. What is your favorite thing about D&D, and what is your favorite class?
So I don't particularly have a favorite class, but the thing that I like about D&D as theater kid is it's all about the RP. I like the fact that this game really, if you can justify it, you could do just about anything, and the flavor and the fun of the game is the unique ways that you problem solve. And even though I don't necessarily have a favorite class, I do have a favorite character. I've since stepped away from this campaign for a little bit, but my in-laws invited me into a 5e campaign, and I decided to make an artificer and essentially use the template of Heisenberg
Oh, really?
from Resident Evil 8, which was absolutely hilarious. The best part was I'm doing the voice and I'm like doing all these mannerisms. Meanwhile, none of them have any idea what the hell I'm doing because it's a little beyond their range. So they're they're like, what is he doing? Why is he calling? Who's a big vampire bitch? What? Like it's.
I love it.
Yeah, that's great.
RP is the best part of Dungeons and Dragons, and nobody can tell me otherwise.
Without a doubt.
Just being
the other thing, I did want to go back to video games.
Yeah.
Real quick, because I was reminded because of what you said with your Xbox. So, my favorite memory of video games, and I think this was like one of the things again that like just set me up for this is like the coolest thing ever. My best friend crashed over one night, and we're sitting there and we're like, you know what, we're gonna play Resident Evil 5. I had like just come. We played the whole thing, start to finish, that night, and then watched the movie that came out along that time. And it was just, I don't have a lot of stories of having fun and just enjoying someone's company until the sun comes up. But that was the one time that definitely happened.
Those are the great times when you and your buddy get a video game and you're like, we are not leaving this spot until we get this done. They were great times. Lost art these days. Lost art.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, we're obviously on a Magic the Gathering channel, so time to ask you some Magic the Gathering related questions. When did you start playing Magic?
So it's probably around 2012, 2013-ish. So right around towards the tail end of Innistrad into Avacyn Restored. That was kind of like my getting into it. I remember my first deck was the Harvester of Souls, like pre-constructed deck,
Okay.
which is going back quite a ways. And then I didn't get fully deep into the nitty gritty until Return to Ravnica came along. And I realized that I am a Rakdos edgelord. But I would not have it any other way.
Bread and butter kind of just transition perfectly into the next question that I'm just going to go ahead and rip. What's your favorite commander deck and why?
So my favorite commander deck is my first one ever, actually. He's right here. I recently got the Secret Lair art version for him, but here he is, Prosh.
Oh, yeah.
Of Courier. A juggernaut back in the early days of Commander. He's that Jund goodness, creature sacrifice. My things might die, but you're gonna pay for it. Such a fun strategy. I love it so much. That's why I need to get my hands on that Witherbloom precon, because I played that for the pre-release and I was like, I don't need another Aristocrats deck, but this is a slight twist. It is so fun.
Yeah. I like how you said it was a juggernaut back in the day, and it was like anybody tapped 6 mana to cast Prosh. You're like, well, seems like we're about to combo out and lose the game here.
Yeah. Nick.
Yeah, that's the other thing is that deck does have the food chain combo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, food chain combo. Continue with the Magic. What kind of game style do you like playing? Fast, slow, casual, stacks?
So honestly, for me, it's just about having fun. Obviously, like different environments will breed different things, right? So I like playing around with different mechanics. I'm definitely a value player in a lot of instances. A lot of the decks that some kind of value engine, be it Cascade or some kind of I'm going to do this thing and then I'm going to evade my taxes and play all these cool things and win the game. um, but I'm mostly casual, you know, bracket 2-3. I've actually never played CEDH. Frankly, it scares me because I think it's too fast. I feel like a good game of Commander is right in between that sweet spot of like 45 minutes to an hour. Because I feel like that's the perfect amount of time where everyone's deck has at least gotten a chance to do a little bit of what it's meant to do. Everyone gets to do the thing, but I'm going to punch everyone in the face and win. Which also goes with probably my two favorite decks right now, being Group Slug. So I've been trying to tweak my Valgavoth deck for quite some time, but then TMNT comes out, and I get building of this Slash deck, and it is nasty. Just it's he's his own engine, and it's just then you just add more pieces to increase the damage, and you're like, wow, it's turn 5. I have 10 life left.
I love it. I love it. I play my Phylath deck really similar to what a slasher deck kind of does. So very much into the group slug aspect as well. I like doing 30 damage to everybody in one turn out of nowhere.
Yeah, Rowan Sign of War is another one that I built recently that I was able to do that. That one's kind of, I'm still tweaking that one because it runs out of gas, but it's like, oh yeah, it's turn 4 or 5. Everyone take 26 damage.
Well,
Not so treasonous ogre loves his Rowan list. He doesn't play it enough because he's autopilot first and foremost, obviously. But he is a big supporter of Rowan and thinks it's a really ridiculously broken card, and it's pretty good.
I honestly, I've had the Rowan card for a while, and I was like, you know, it's kind of cool. And I was like, I don't really get it. And then I started putting the cards together, and I was like, wait,
Oh.
wait,
Wait.
wait. Hold up. That's disgusting.
Yeah, it's a fun little build there. If you could make I know you talked about making Magic your universe and not being in universe or universes beyond, whatever it is. But if you were in charge of making a universes beyond set, what would that IP be?
See, it's really hard to say because I feel like, especially for me, a lot of the things that I love have already been made into universes beyond. I love Lord of the Rings, and they're not only have they done it, they're doing it again.
Yep.
Obviously, I said I loved Fallout, and honestly, my only regret is that I did not get more. I wish at that time I had the funds to be able to pick up a collector booster box and really dig into that, because I absolutely love Fallout. I love the Fallout set. The only precon I got was Mothman, but let me tell you, I have a very special heart for my Mothman deck, and it's very gross, mill, and all kinds of other heinous things, which is why it doesn't come out a lot. But it is, he's just a silly little guy with a nice butt.
This little guy with a nice butt.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the statue. Have you guys seen the statue?
oh gosh.
So you don't really have one off the top of your head that you could think of that you'd pick? It would just be a revisit.
Honestly, I think that the thing that I hear the most, and I think has a lot of like untapped potential, is definitely just about any anime universe.
Yep.
If I had to pick one, I would probably say Hunter x Hunter,
Okay.
just because uh, the show is massive. They don't already have their own TCG, unlike One Piece. Um, and also, it is a special anime to me just because it is one of those shows that has like the best explained power in all of anime. I feel like with a lot of those shows, they're just kind of like, oh yeah, Goku has ki. Well, what the heck is ki? How does one gain ki? How does one get more ki? It's duh. But in Hunter x Hunter, they go into explicit detail of what Nen is, how it manifests, how each person is able to manipulate it differently, and it is a level of detail that a lot of anime and manga leave out.
That's true. They kind of do. They kind of just expect you to accept it for what it is and just be blown away by the animation. But good storytelling is very important.
Absolutely.
Well, if you could live in one game / movie universe, which one and why?
See, this is one I've thought of some time, and you guys are probably gonna think this is lame. But listen, I want to live in the Madden universe, my guy. You know why? Because any other video game, for a regular person, it sucks.
Yep.
That's the thing that a lot of people don't think about. Like, oh yeah, yes, I love Fallout and I love Elder Scrolls, but as a regular dude, I'd be miserable in the Fallout universe.
Yeah.
That's gonna suck. I want to be a peasant in Oblivion, where either depending on which game I'm in, oh, demons are coming to kill me, or there's just dragons running around that want to turn me into charcoal. Like, nah, I'm good. And even thinking about it, I was like, oh, well, maybe Cyberpunk. And I was like, wait a minute. Do I want the mega corporations to be worse? And also technology to possibly drive me insane?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm good. I'm good. You guys can go be in your Skyrims or be, because I think that's the thing that people like when that question is asked. A lot of people don't think about like, wait, I'm just a regular person. I'm not, guaranteed to have some superpower. You're gonna be an NPC in the background, buddy. So you better pick a verse that actually has some merit.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's fair.
And for most and when you think about it, right, like most movies and games, like the whole point of the game is that there is a problem. There is something wrong. Right? And as the main character, you're there to stop it or to change. But that doesn't mean that, NPC Jimmy's life is good. So
Well,
I'm happy where I'm at. Catch me at the Super Bowl.
That's fair. Even like relating to movies wouldn't be good if there wasn't a conflict in the movie or some kind of event that the characters have to come back from or overcome or whatever it is. So that's fair. That's fair. If you could meet any celebrity to play and teach Magic to, who would it be?
So while I have not yet heard back from Baby No Money, I did make a video trying to get that rolling, which, fingers crossed that eventually gets traction. Probably not. Oh well.
You never know.
But honestly, Aaron Hansen / Ego Raptor from Game Grumps. Seeing him specifically play Shuffle Up and Play, and him just be an absolute menace, is just the kind of chaotic energy that I love to be around. Because I am a very reflective person. So if you're bringing a certain energy, I'm going to match that. So let's just bring all the chaos. Let's have all the laughs. Let's get wacky.
It's wacky.
Shout out to Taylor Ferguson if they're in the chat or watch this back. The two of you together, things get insanely nutty.
Oh yes, because we're the same person in a different font. We're just that kind of silly.
Yes, and I love it. I love it so much.
Getting into more of the personal and soft, touchy stuff. First one, what's a moment where community support genuinely surprised you?
I've seen it many times. The biggest thing that I can say for me is probably the several instances that we've had where our community has come together, typically under the Fort Save for Good banner, to raise funds for people within our community who were struggling. We had stuff for Voivode, Taylor, and being able to be there for those people in one way or another. And the fact that so many people were able to come together is such a powerful moment, and something that makes me really thankful to be a part of this community and to be able to call all of you my friends.
Yeah, no, it's been awesome to see, and even the people who have stepped up and put stuff to, whether it was donations or creations of their own or product of their own to help raise money, but even to the people who weren't able to do that and just spread the word to help get those people the help they needed was awesome to see.
Sorry, I think it was great. I think it was even if it was a little thing to participate in, people were able to do it. Like you said, sharing it, spreading the word, or just people doing altars and putting it up for auction, doing their own art, stuff like that. So it's amazing, and it was exciting to see everybody in our community hop in.
I do those sometimes.
Yeah.
Wait, that's Demi's, right?
No, this is mine.
Oh, okay.
No, this is that's all me.
Where is it?
Yeah, I have very limited. I haven't done a lot of altars, but
I saw Man in Splinters.
Actually,
Art too.
let me see. I need to.
We've done 2 altars
like,
that have never seen the light of day.
I want to see them.
I don't know if it'll show, but this is one I did. Oh, it's not coming. So this was a Boba Fett forest that I did, because the lovely Mythic Red did a altar of a land, and I foolishly said, "Oh, maybe I should make a Boba Fett forest," and she's like, "Do it," and I'm like, "Great! Now I have to do it."
Mm-hmm.
I would show it to you, but I no longer have it. I sent it to her, and she was like, "I can't believe you did this." And I was like, "It wouldn't exist if it weren't for you pushing me to do it, and my wife telling me I'm not allowed to quit." So
there you go.
Yeah, it's yours. I like it. It's probably one of the few pieces of art, I mean, aside from that hokusai, that I've done, I could say I'm really proud of. And I'm like, hey, you are the reason that it exists. So thank you. I hope you cherish it.
Shout out Mythic Red always being #1 supporter in everybody's corner.
Yep.
I remember when they were doing all those artist lives, and I hopped in there. Well, I was in there, and then I was like, you know what? I'll draw, and I started drawing. And then people like Man in Splinters was like, "Who is that, Man Bear Pig?" But Mythic was like, no, it's okay. And Rin was in there and like, no, it's like we'll work on your perspective. Try this out and that. So they helped me get it to look less like a man bear pig.
Where is it? Come on.
It's I don't know. I'm not gonna go find it.
Okay, maybe we'll post it later then.
Maybe we'll see. Next question. What is the best advice you have ever received?
So it's really hard because the thing with me is anytime someone like gives me advice or something, I just being nice, or those reassurances. I'm just like, because I'm someone who's very hard on myself. That's kind of a product of my upbringing. But I would say the best advice is the advice that I came up with, and I choose to spread. And that's I had I
think we lost you.
Oh no. Bring him back.
How about commercial break?
Commercial break.
I don't have a commercial break, but
We ain't sponsored.
yeah. What we need.
Oh no. Oh. Are you back?
and I said,
Tapa?
Oh.
There we go. Hello.
You're back.
am I good?
Yeah,
Am
you
I
have to
good?
restart everything though.
I'm so sorry.
No,
You're good.
you're good.
My
We
thing
lost you
should-
as soon as you started saying the advice that you came up with.
Yeah.
Well, that's perfect.
The best advice, the advice you've come up with.
So the advice that I've come up with isn't that everything happens for a reason, but while things do just happen in our life, life does have a funny way of working itself out. So no matter what is going on in your life, no matter how bad it may seem, no matter how bad you are hurting, and as someone who has felt a lot of hurt in their life, I feel that. But no matter what it is, you will come out on the other side, and you will be able to be better because of it. Even if you don't know why, you might think, "Oh, this is the worst thing that happened to me. And you know what? It might not have any meaning behind it, but the thing that it's going to do for you is make you stronger, and you will be able to eventually look back at it and go, wow, that was a crappy situation, but you know what? I'm here now, and I got through it." And that's really the strength of all of us as human beings and as people.
I think that's good. A lot of people, always think of the initial outcome and not what could come out of it down the road. And maybe not always working towards making a positive or learning the growth that you've received in that time since that incident had happened and the person that you've come to be now in this moment. It takes a lot of reflection. And, like you said, sometimes we're not the best self-helpers. So, I always think it's good to have someone in your corner that can keep perspective for you instead of you getting that tunnel vision and being so nearsighted on things.
Exactly, because sometimes you just need that reminder, like, hey, this is eventually going to pass. It's eventually going to be over. Like I have, like right now, I have a lot of anxiety because I'm about to take an exam tomorrow that is going to have a major impact on my career when I get out of the military. But you know what's going to happen afterwards? I'm going to go home and my wife's going to make me nachos.
Mm.
And you can't
Oh,
be
yeah.
sad while eating nachos.
Mm-mm.
No, you can't.
So pass or fail, I'm gonna be happy because I'm gonna be eating Mexican.
I love it. You can be sad eating nachos. It was when you get the nacho that doesn't have anything on it and it's just a chip.
Then you just dig back in, man.
Dude.
It's,
Eating nachos, I eat all the stuff around first and then eat the middle. So I want to save the best part for last.
I just go in there, man. I'm just.
He takes it like a giant nacho pizza, and
Remember Kim Possible and Ron eating
Yeah,
the
the
nachos?
nacho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so good.
I don't know why this popped up in my head, but did you guys ever, as kids, put Ritz crackers on a plate and put shredded cheese on top of it, put it in the microwave, and melt it into a Ritz cracker disc?
No.
Oh, terrible food, terrible decisions.
Terrible decision. When I was a kid.
But yeah, that was a thing I did a lot as a kid. Was put Ritz crackers covered with shredded cheese and melt it, and it would just like melt down until one like long or large disc of cheese and cracker.
Well,
And I'd peel it off the plate.
Sounds good.
yeah.
That definitely sounds like the your formative years of when you're like, listen, I'm independent enough to where I need to like put something in a microwave or oven to eat it, but also I'm not well versed enough to actually make something legitimate. So let me just MacGyver something together.
Yeah.
Too true.
Well, Daba, what's something you wish people would ask you but never do?
This is gonna sound really cheesy.
No.
But will you be my friend? Because that's all that I want. That's all I want from everyone. I don't care about SEOs and followers and making money on social media. I came to this space for community. My whole journey started way back about a year ago, maybe a little more. And I was in a very dark place. And the way that I kind of started maneuvering was I was following T-Beard, who was actually pretty close to me and a really cool guy. And he was like, hey, if anyone ever needs to talk, and I'm just like, hey man, I'm straight up not having a good time. I don't know what to do. Like I feel so alone. Like, and that's one of the things about being in the military is it is very, very, very isolating, because it is this, you build these like close relationships and then every couple of years they just get destroyed. And sometimes, your vibe just doesn't stick with people that you're working with. So, sometimes you are just alone and you don't have those people that you grew up with to fall back on. It's really a support system that you're lacking. And he's like, hey man, I don't know if you use Discord, but there's this server, Attempt to Cast, and it's a cool place. You'll meet some cool people. Check it out. I'm like, all right, cool. And I met absolutely amazing people that I was saved in that moment. I was in a really dark and scary place, and attempt to cast, and all the people in that server, all the folks at Commander Union, really gave me this place of belonging. And then that extended to the, the late night art hours and meeting you guys and Mana and everyone that I've met. And I couldn't be more thankful for everyone, every last one of you, because I don't know where I'd be without a lot of you guys. And I know like it's kind of callous because I do have my wife and she's my rock, but to be able to say I have people that want to see me, they want to hear from me, they know me as this goofy guy that says crazy off the wall things and threatens to kiss his friends at the table. I'm just why this opportunity to be able to sit and talk with you guys does mean the absolute world to me. Tried so hard not to cry, god damn it.
No, dude. And
but
go ahead, keep going.
But it's just I've had some pretty crappy stuff happen in my life, but
Oh, did we lose him again?
Yeah.
But we have this bond.
Sorry, we lost you again there for a little bit. I'm not gonna make it. No, you're fine.
I'm gonna fight my ISP. Anyway, I was just saying, Unexpected and I are clear across the country, and we now have this beautiful bond and this beautiful friendship that I could not be more thankful for. And being able to have all of you and know that there's people
Hello?
Oh no. Oh, I don't want to interrupt him.
I cut out again.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on. We are going to adapt.
Okay.
I really hate. All right, let me see where we are.
Yeah, Unexpected's a great guy. We all know.
You guys, listen.
He's a big teddy bear too.
I'm gonna switch to my phone real quick. I need you guys to point.
Okay.
Well, Zach, yes, those are threats. Apparently, he might want to do some mischievous things with you. Well.
Oh. All right. Are we back?
Yes,
no,
maybe.
you're not on. Nope. There we go.
Nope.
Oh.
He keeps changing the TikTok too. Technical difficulties, guys. Commercial break.
This is the worst timeline. I'm really grateful for you guys. And, dude, seriously? I don't know where I would be without every single one of you that, interacts with me at some point.
I'm gonna go ahead and speak for the community in whole. We're all very thankful, and blessed to have you a part of our lives as well. You've been a very positive influence in my life with something as simple as your rune readings in the morning. Just starts my day off with, you know, it's not even like you said, it's not always necessarily, you know, about something positive, but it's a mindful thought. It teaches me to be more mindful in my day to day. So just by having you do that series and be the great guy you are and be the funny, entertaining guy you are in our games when we do get to play, I'm I I value you, and I think I can speak for the rest of the community and say that we are better people for having you in our lives.
That absolutely means the world to me. For those of you keeping track at home, I have finally stopped crying.
Well, no one's gonna believe you because you're not showing your face, so they're gonna be like, you know what, we don't believe you. But it's okay.
For the record, the crying has stopped and the pink cowboy hat has come back on.
Love it.
It's important. But no, man, this community, and it is just and I hope everybody understands, and it's the smallest things that go along the way for everybody here. It's changed for me. It's changed a lot, so much for me, and the little outreach that I got when I started this channel has built me into building a channel that I can continue doing that with everybody else. The podcast, doing my battle royales, doing the raffle tickets, doing anything I can with the community. That's what I want my channel to be, because I want people to feel the same way as I felt when I started. And it's very special moments. It's very special. I love it.
Well, I think we're going to close it out with one last question from us, and then we'll see if the chat has any questions. For those of you who don't know, we are trying to fit this in for Daba since he is on the East Coast and he has a big day tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So we're not trying to keep him for too long because we want him to be well rested and have a successful day tomorrow. But last question, who or what has been your biggest inspiration in life?
Honestly, Bob Ross.
Okay.
It sounds so silly because he's, this goofy guy just painting happy little trees with squirrels in his pockets. But he embodies everything that I am trying to do. All I want is to be that voice of positivity. When I see someone post an altar that they did, I'm going to find a specific detail that I like about it, and I'm going to tell them how much I love it. I'm not just going to say, oh, it looks good. No, it's, oh, the details on that are amazing. Or, oh, I see how much work you put into this specific thing. Because while even general compliments are nice, but when you go that extra distance to find a specific thing, that is, at least for me, a way of saying, oh, not only are you looking at it, but you are looking close enough to see the work that I've put into. And that's what I want to be for everyone. And I feel like I've even said it a couple times, is my pastime is telling my friends how cool or how good the things they are doing.
Like that.
Love it.
It's something that I try to be more mindful of every day when I'm just going through and liking my friends' posts, that it's more important to, yeah, it's nice to get the like and the repost and whatnot, but taking the extra time to really watch the video and connect with something in the video is really important too.
I'm trying same thing. I'm trying more to go the extra mile of obviously like trying to like it and like videos, stuff like watch them, but also commenting, participating, doing more stuff like that, because it goes a long way for people.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be about like the social media stuff. It's just about you appreciating something that your friend has done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys.
Well,
go ahead. It's all you.
I was gonna say, does anybody have any questions for our amazing guest, Daba, in the chat? Zach ATC, yes, this is a relatively new account. We've been trying to, in our off time, build up the live so we can do the podcast actually on here. So we chose to do it on here this week. But yeah, it's a newer account. We're trying to centralize our podcast content.
Love you, baby boy. So excited for your book to come out tomorrow.
Oh yeah, those of you who aren't aware, Worn by Power, Book 2. Dropping tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to be hard on my back. I mean, buy a hardback.
I love it.
Well, while we're waiting for people to ask some questions, we have our simple our weekly questions to ask. Pizza. Do you like pineapple on your pizza?
No, I am not a pineapple guy. The thing is, I'm one of those people who typically likes I'm more of a sweet and salty kind of guy with a lot of things. So like for example, I am a man who will go through an entire box of chocolate covered pretzel, like my favorite thing in the world, and people are like, what? Or like chocolate covered potato chips, like that sweet and salty, that's my jam. But no, pineapple does not go with the cheat. Like I'm very much a texture person, and those textures do not go together.
Okay.
Fruit's not meant to be cooked.
Okay.
Breaks down all the fibers.
Chad's on my side, so we win.
You got Fat Jesus on your side.
Yep.
Of course you win. ATC, Attempt to Cast, asks your favorite 2-color and 3-color combos.
And he agrees with pineapple on pizza.
No,
that is
he
important
doesn't.
to say.
I would say that my favorite 2-color combo going all the way back is still Rakdos. It is the first 2-color combo that I played in the Return to Ravnica block. Rakdos, Lord of Riots, is one of my favorite creatures. Rakdos has a big place in my heart because, like I said, I am a edgelord. And then obviously my favorite 3-color combo is that, but add the ramp value of green. So Jund it up, baby.
Jund it up. I refer to Jund as the Gruul kids who just wanted to be a little bit more edgier.
Listen, what if the caveman put on a leather jacket?
Put on some eyeliner.
Listen, again, as a theater kid, something I've done.
Yep. It's still something that I wish I actually would have done in high school was theater. I got asked several times by my theater teacher to join because he tried to get my brother to join when he was in high school. And he's like, you guys have the biggest personalities and I need you on stage. And I'm like, I'm okay. I will pass.
I actually did I did high school and community and then did another show in college.
Wow.
So I wouldn't say I have a pedigree or anything close, but I enjoy making a fool of myself in costume.
My theater teacher wanted me to be Lenny from Of Mice and Men.
That's rude.
No, it's not. Just want to pet the rabbits, George. Just wanted to pet the rabbit.
You said you're big and dumb. Get in there. That's so rude.
It's great. I loved it.
Well, Lenny, Chad has a question, or Fat Jesus. How did your interview the other day go?
Oh, so my my job interview was very interesting. So the way I got the job interview was through LinkedIn, and the recruiter was like, "Oh yeah, we're looking for an IT." The company is called Banker's Life, and the vibes were off from the start because the first thing this man says is, "Oh yeah, we're not really looking for an IT. We're really looking for people in like a sales position."
Mhm. Hmm.
Because what Banker's Life does is they sell retirement plans to seniors who are transitioning and retiring, but also they are 100% commission based, and I honestly I was just doing it for practice because they're stationed in or one of the places they are is in Connecticut, which is who I was talking to, and I am not staying here. It sucks.
You're not a fan of Connecticut?
No, especially not Eastern Connecticut, because the cool stuff is on the western side. But the thing is, then it's just diet New York.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's
Which
where
New York smells like tea.
that's
I
like
want
the
that.
Hamptons, right? Hamptons are in Connecticut.
That sounds right. I don't. Yeah, there's like some crazy wealth, but there's also like crazy poverty.
Yeah.
It's you really see the extremes. But also like it's really weird because like uh politically Connecticut is a very liberal state, but there's a bunch of farms with Trump signs out front, uh, and it's very confusing. It's like,
You
wait,
gotta have
what?
your you gotta have your pockets everywhere.
It don't make no sense. I'm in New
ATC.
England. Why are there farms?
Well, because our country started in New England. We had to start farming somewhere.
Yeah, but I thought that was more like in the South and like Virginia and such.
Well, I mean, it's just better there and like better out here in California because of the soil and temperatures, but doesn't mean, you can't grow something
Exactly.
somewhere
The
else.
weather, you experience all the seasons here, but also it's just I infrastructure with Connecticut just sucks.
Yeah.
Me no likey. And then why do I have to pay taxes for owning a vehicle that I have paid off? That makes no sense. What do you
Oh,
mean I'm paying taxes for something that just exists in my possession?
oh, buddy. Taxes will never make sense to us.
Well, that's also
Uh,
because you're in California, and California is also one of those places where it's pretty, but me personally, I would never move there because of a lot of the laws. What
oh,
do
it
you
is.
mean my exhaust can't be so loud?
It's awful.
Is
It's
your
awful.
exhaust
And
loud?
we think our laws like trump everybody else's laws too. So it's like when you're visiting from a different state and your exhaust is too loud or whatever, we still complain about it. And it's like, yeah, it's a fix it ticket. You got to go take care of it now. It's like, no, we're visiting.
Well,
We don't
there's that,
know.
and then there's like what's the other big one? The other thing is they're carrying around like these like noise detector things, like, and they, they're targeting people,
Yeah.
and there's it's like, yeah, we're just gonna, oh, maybe my Discord's figured its life out. I don't know. I was just pressing buttons, but that and I there are certain recreations that I enjoy that can't necessarily be facilitated in California due to laws.
Oh yeah.
Come to Utah.
Aside from you, what's there?
Demi's side of the family. Mountains.
Zion.
Zion.
Mormons?
You can just let them be. They do their things.
ATC wants to know if you're coming back to Washington.
As much as I would love to, there's no way I could afford it, and it's too far from family. As much as I would love to move back to Washington State and, be as close to Zach as possible, and steal him from his lovely wife, I just don't. It's just not something that we can do, especially because my daughter's 4. We really want to give her the opportunity to, know her grandparents, be able to grow in a place where, she's not just getting feedback from us, but she's also getting feedback from other people and within her family, and able to experience things. And that's why we're trying to go back to the Pittsburgh area ish.
Makes sense.
Zach meant visiting, but I think he appreciates that you want to go steal him.
Well, he can specify.
Another excellent question. Dude, I would kill for some Trapper's sushi right now.
Meet in the middle.
Well, the thing is, I would go back to. It's just that, again, next year I gotta figure out where I'm living. So as soon as my life is sorted out of government slavery, I will figure that out. Zach? I do have another trip planned, which will get me closer to my friendos in the South and in California way. But that's just a concept right now, and also a very expensive concept that, again, I'm trying to figure out funds and also be able to afford to buy a house wherever I end up getting a job. So it's a lot of stuff up in the air.
Yep.
I'm trying. If I had the funds, I would come see everyone in a heartbeat. But I am not in those kinds of financial situations right now.
Exactly. If you were, you'd just be coming to Vegas to see us all.
I would. And then my wife would obviously also be there, and she would get to meet her favorite Magic creator, which is Prof. She's like, I like him because he has the most he's a creator for Magic the Gathering, but he doesn't like lick wizards' boots.
Yeah.
He is one of those people that's like, hey, understand cracking a pack and looking at the shiny cardboard, but don't blow all your money on that. Just buy singles. Invest in your card shops. Look at this game and look at consuming the product responsibly. And that's a big thing for my wife, because I've just been slowly pulling her into Magic. She did her first pre-release last week.
Nice.
Yeah, she went 1 and 2. I went 3-0.
Very nice.
Which that was my first time ever going 3-0. But you know what? Like I said, Witherbloom OP, baby. But it's an interesting point that she brings up, is that voice of reason. And you know, I want to be able to introduce her to, you know, that part of the game, and the fact that people do try to, you know, not make it all about dropping but tons of money.
Yeah, Nick.
Hey, I put myself in check after Final Fantasy and Avatar, all right?
Listen, I may or may not have convinced her to let me buy 2 Strixhaven collector boosters at Walmart because they were $30 a piece.
Oh,
Well,
instead
that's not
of,
bad.
you know, 60 or 50 or 60 or whatever people are trying to get. I think the LGS had them for 40. I've seen most rip and shippers have it between like 50 and 60. So I was like, ooh, $30, I'll take 2.
my LGS for our pre-release in round 3 discounted all their TMNT product 50%. And I said, of course you guys do this when I get locked out of my bank account and don't have access to my money and take everything you have on your shelf. So I got saved in that way, or else I would have a bunch of TMNT product right now.
Just don't have it
And
on
then
order,
you
don't you?
would just watch it tank. Ah.
I only have a box of Strixhaven on order and a Marvel box on pre-order.
Mm-hmm.
I was a pretty good boy this set. So what I did was I traded in like a bunch of really high-end stuff for my trade binder to completely cover the cost of collector box.
Oh, collector box, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was able to get which also my LGS had it for a ridiculously low price because they discount the pre-orders. So I only paid $300 for my collector box, but
Oh,
it was all
score.
credit. Yeah, big score. Yeah, the Citadel game seller is amazing. That's the one thing I like about Connecticut, is that LGS kicks ass when it comes to selling sealed product.
Are they a WPN store?
No,
Wow.
it's just some grumpy old men in a basement.
Love that.
But it's a certain level of charm. But you know, they're really good for sealed product, and like I said, that was a steal. And then we did the pre-release, and I was like, listen, these are like $50 everywhere else, and these Strixhaven collector boosters are super fun to open.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get 2 more, and then I'm probably cut off for the month. But that's good, because that's another thing I'm doing, is I'm personally tracking my spending into Magic, and that's why, you know, Proxies has become more of a thing, because then, you know, I'm not as inclined to, you know, even buy singles, because I can just print them out.
Mm-hmm. It's a good hustle. Good hustle, not hustle, but like a good side gig. And fun. Well,
Daba,
Definitely.
I know that you have a big day tomorrow, and it is already 10 o'clock your time. I don't want to hold you up any longer, even though I can continue to talk to you for hours.
Yep.
We are not going to be live next week, guys. Next week is MagicCon Vegas, and so both me and Mixed will be on our way to Vegas on Thursday. So there won't be a podcast, but there'll be probably some special content coming out from us on this page during that trip, because we're going to be rooming together.
Mm-hmm.
So gonna take a break a week from the podcast, but a lot of exciting stuff for me and Kevin meeting each other for the first time next week. So make sure you guys are
Maybe
following.
kids?
Whoa. That's bedroom talk. Calm down. We don't talk about that.
Maybe we take out the nightstand in between our beds and push our beds together to make a mega bed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you never know. You never know. But Daba, thank you again so much. You again are a great person. You're a great creator. We are very thankful to be able to call you our friend, and thank you again for taking time, especially the day before a very big day for you, and doing this with us.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
The pleasure is all on this side of the table, guys. I have so much love for the both of you, and being able to just sit here and talk to you, and have the opportunity to just yap about how much I like saying nice things about people is a dream come true.
No, man. It's. Thank you for being here again. We love you. Please do keep us updated with your test tomorrow and how you do, though. Please.
I will. I take it at like 9:30 my time, and it's an hour and a half exam. Based on all the practice exams I've done, even if they max out the questions, which they don't always do, I've been doing it in like an hour because I am a fiend when it comes to test taking. Like I know it or I don't, and I just keep moving. So honestly, I mean, I'll probably have it by the time. I mean, unless you guys are working early tomorrow, I'll probably know as you guys are getting up.
All right, sounds good to me.
Thanks the good old time differences.
Yeah, forgot about that.
Gotta love it.
Yeah.
But thank you guys again for hanging out with us on this episode of the Mixed Results podcast. Again, we will not be doing a podcast episode next week. So we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. If you guys aren't following Daba already, make sure you're following Daba. Check out his Etsy store if you're looking for any proxies, or shoot him a message and say, hey, you want to be friends?
Absolutely. And please, we are trying to build up this podcast channel. As you all kind of noticed, like, we're not super big yet, but we're going to be trying to do more lives on this channel and doing most of our content on here. We will still occasionally post on our channels, but the goal is to build up this channel. So if you guys can please help share, share it with the community, but trying to build it up. So thank you guys so much for being here. Daba, thank you so much for being our special guest this week. And we will see you guys next week. Bye.